Hi everyone, this is Francisco. So I just came up with with a um with a weapon that can be used similar to pepper spray or like a taser, but this type of idea will be, I'm thinking, it's kind of like a flamethrower, but instead it will be heating up a liquid and then spraying it onto a victim, and it will be so hot, it will be like grabbing a cup of coffee that's been like boiling, or like oil in the fryer, and like throwing it at someone's face. That would be a quick way to disarm someone, because the first thing that they will think about is protecting their body and getting the liquid off their body, which will give responders the ample enough time to react and like disarm them. As an example of what it could be used for, because I thought about, I even created a video, the similar type of concept, but with electricity and water, like a water gun, spraying water or mist, and that mist getting electrified. So like it will create like a electrical, um like a electrical field, and anyone within that field will get tased without having to accurately aim a taser for the two positive and negative clips to clamp onto, like the victim, or like, whatever. Um, and this approach can be used, like, it could be created similar to a paintball gun. So as soon as it could be shot from a very far distance, and once it lands on a surface, it would just spread from that point on. So like if you guys wanted to take someone out from a distance, you wouldn't technically shoot at the person, although you can, but you shoot before the person, so the liquid can splash onto the person, so it would just hit the ground, burst, and then the liquid will ricochet, um, bounce to the victim. Hmm. So it will be like pretty much like heating up pepper spray. Imagine pepper spray, but heating it up before it actually comes out of the bottle. It would just make that person definitely stop what the fuck they're doing because they won't even be able to breathe after a while. So, um, I mean, the first thing they will try to do is try to run away from that area and get clean oxygen to breathe, to inhale clean oxygen, even if that would require for the victim to remove his or her shirt and using that as a face covering, um, which will be great because responders will be able to move in and do what they have to do. Um, the same can be true for clearing out like gases for SWAT, clearing out a building. They will probably not only get frightened, and not only will it become difficult for them to breathe, they will come out of there with a haste, you know, very very rapidly, and it will be more effective than the ordinary gas bombs that we are accustomed to. You know, maybe even robots like AI, if like military weapons dependent on the suspects, um like the victims, suspects, whatever, the suspects mood, behavior, that person's level of anger or hatred towards another would be dependent upon the force that the AI robot machine will inflict upon the target, the intended target. So it could be as little as a first degree burn to something very severe. So it also depends on the situation, and it depends on um, if the person has a weapon or has killed people already. So it would just be a matter of obviously disarming and also hospitalizing the suspect without killing the person, for further questioning, um, with like the FBI or CIA or whoever the fuck's involved or whatever the situation may be. Um, But yeah, like I think it'll be perfect because the temperature can be regulated or not. And it's also it could be used as a basis of malfunction, malfunctioning. Like when I started working at the Happy Burger Grill fast food restaurant in Reading, I told them that I told the workers there, the employees there, like I was like, "Oh, my friend said, when am I ever going to move up, or when am I going to move up in elevation, in rank or whatever within the company, um, like all the way to like manager or whatever, or boss or whatever." And I told them, you know, before any of that happens, they would have to baptize me in the fryer. So I told them that, and they started laughing because it's so fucking true. They've probably been there for fucking years and years and years. And I think these companies are built and they're feeding these people, hope, false hope. And they're feeding them um, responsibility. But the more responsibility they have, the more serious they have to take their job. And the more locked into that industry they are without ever getting out of it. So that's really like the rat race or the rat trap, you know, trapping the rat in that type of business. You know, um, you know, the mouse or whatever. So, and they understand that. They understood that right away. So when I said that, they just started laughing because it's so true. Like, why the fuck, why the fuck are they going to ever fucking elevate me when I just got started and they've been doing that shit for a very long time. So when I said that, they broke out in laughter. So that's why I just serve. I go there with a servant's heart. Like if I was serving at church, like fuck it, I'm getting paid for it. My brother and I, we would get up early in the fucking morning to serve coffee, and we would prepare everything. 5 in the morning, like nothing. Whole shift for free. Motherfuckers never gave us any credibility. They never gave us a fucking certificate of outstanding service. You know, none of that. Not even from the fucking church. Unappreciative fucks, if you ask me personally. Like nothing people can actually add to their resume. Like, you know what? This good, great citizen here donated his time, sacrificed his time for the Lord, for other people, for the community. And yes, I highly recommend this person at whatever fucking job they may or may not apply to. So now it's just like hearsay, right? Especially back in the day without the internet. Imagine how it was like Me trying to go in front of people or a company or in front of the court, like Your Honor, I served um back in this day, this time, this year at this church. But sir, you fucking murdered someone or whatever the case may be. You killed someone. Like we're really gonna believe you? See how fucked up the system was back in the day? That's why they say knowledge is power. And I don't understand, if any of you out there are going to start a business and be trapped within that business for the rest of your fucking lives. I don't understand why the fuck you motherfuckers would not want to simplify the whole fucking process. Because we're doing it educationally. We're going about it educationally. We're not fucking people over. You know, if you motherfuckers dunk all the fries in the fryer and leave them in the fucking in the in the heat pan, the at a certain temperature to keep everything warm and to keep the food out of the danger zone, then because I got my food handler certificate, so like it doesn't even fucking matter. Throw that shit in the fucking thing and leave it there. Focus on more important things like your customers, maybe. Focus on serving your customers a little bit better instead. Right? Honestly, I mean, it's unheard of. It's unheard of. You know, for someone to be baptized with the Holy Spirit and with power, you have to go under a lot of extreme pressure so you could come out refined. Like the French fries. They go in there cold as a motherfucker. Like Satan himself. And then they come out hot like God. Because they're the opposite. You feel me? It's the positive and negative reaction here at work. Other people call it the secret, the law of attraction. And it's all about learning how to operate the laws of the kingdom. Like Gary Kesey says. Gary Kesey, he's a Christian real estate, I forget, financial person. Kind of like a advisor, pretty much, for finances. I don't know. You would have to ask him or Google it. That's my disclaimer. If he tries to sue me and tries to get lucky because I'm talking about money and I said his side of business the wrong way, well, just look it up. What the fuck he does if you're interested. Because honestly, I just don't give a fuck. I was just saying that Why was I saying that? I forget. Fuck it. Doesn't even fucking matter anyway. But, being baptized is no easy feat. It's not something easy. It's like a diamond. It has to go through a lot of pressure before it becomes something beautiful. Diamonds are created down in the Earth's atmosphere with a lot of pressure. There's a lot of pressure. It's like a nuclear bomb, like the splitting of the atom. There's just atomic um, fucking pressure. That just either wants to collapse within itself or wants to expand, like the Big Bang theory. Um. So yeah, like just imagine that, and it could come out as a mist. It could come out squirting. It could come out however you want it. It has a regulator. Shit, just specify that shit, and that's the way it will come out. We could even make it voice commands with activation with voice commands. It all depends what you people want and why it's built or not built. I mean, it could probably even be used to discipline or control. It could be used for it's a weapon. It could be used for multiple purposes. Um, it could even be used oppositely, and it can eject cold pressure, like a gas, CO2 to neutralize people, stun, paralyze people temporarily as well. So, I mean, just about anything, honestly. It depends on the objective. And then with today's technology and power and the perfection of everything that we have, nothing is impossible. If anything, this is the time and age where such a device can be created and developed and manufactured and sold. Mm, it could be painless or very, very painful. We can do this the easy way or the hard way. And it's just that knowledge that can make people submit to those in authority. Least forces of nature or physical force can and could be used towards those who wish not to comply. It's that simple. And then, like already, the military is learning about other weapons, just with light. Light within itself, light is a powerful weapon. So I mean, just imagine the possibilities here. Whether it's like ultrasonic waves, although it's not light, um, later on we'll be able to do much more control and um, like probably even cause a person to function a certain way just with computers, with AI, and of course other machines. So, I mean, the last thing any of you want to do is to go against the grain. You know, the system is there to protect and to serve the people all throughout the world. So the last thing any of you want to do is get in the fucking way and pretend that you know what the fuck you're doing. You know, like they say, stand down, sit the fuck down, take a breather. Here's an here's a smoothie, here's an ice cream, enjoy it. Cool down a little bit. Because the things that we're doing it for the sake of the people and the advancement of humanity. I mean, do you guys really want to colonize Mars? Or do you guys want to just continue talking about it? Because there is a goddamn difference, right? Like they say, actions speak louder than words, right? So it's like these fucking dating apps. I swear to God, I don't even want to get into it. Like all these bitches out there acting like they don't want no dick. Like, watch, I bet you anything. When I get this money thing right, when I fix this money thing in my own life, shit, these bitches are not going to hesitate to jump all over this dick. I think the military itself is going to set up perimeters to prevent these bitches from jumping all over my dick. At least they fucking suffocate me to death. Like, you know, controlling a fucking a concert and everyone is like pushing towards the front of the stage and crushing people literally. You know, that's pressure. That's so much pressure that the world's not even ready for. I mean, you know, that's what I'm saying. Like, you know, just take a breather. Like everything is done through the internet. Like just get in line, bitch. Like, you know, like at the DMV, just wait fucking patiently because this shit right here has to naturally recharge itself. And you know what I'm talking about? I mean, this shit could come out cold or hot, but most likely it'll come out super, super cold. And then it'll just melt all over you, all inside of you and shit. It's just science, bitch. Figure it out.